Hello, I'm Steven,
And I'm Aaron.
and we've just seen
Happy
Gilmore
Gilmore
2, new film that's out on Netflix right now, starring Adam Sandler and Christopher McDonald, and it is directed by Kyle Newacek. Oh no, no, it's tragic and slow. Watching this shit's a no. It's tragic, it blows. Watching this shit's a no. It sucked.
Yeah, we decided to watch the first one and the second one in
Back
the
to
same
back.
night. Yeah, in sequence. It's been a long time since I watched that first one, and it's still a very fun watch. It's not the best movie in the world, obviously.
Not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining. It's got a charm to it. It's got likable characters.
And
it's got a fantastic villain.
Yeah, it's got one of the most unforgettable villains of all time in the form of Shooter McGavin, which is saying something. That's pretty impressive considering it's an Adam Sandler comedy from the 90s.
Yeah, and it takes like one of the most boring sports to watch, in my opinion, at least golf, and it gives it that crazy Adam Sandler zany comic charm.
It's probably the second most famous movie about golf after Caddyshack.
Yeah. The second one, just released on Netflix, pretty much has none of that. Instead, it opts for forced sentimentality and an overabundance of wacky, in your face, cartoony, over the top, unrealistic jokes.
And not to mention a plethora of callbacks.
Yeah, it seems like it's more interested in reminding you that the first one exists rather than telling its own story.
Do you like watching clips for 50% of the movie? Because you'll get that here.
I tell you what, another thing to the detriment of this new movie is the constant like clips of the old movie, which is it must be like remastered 4K images or something, because they haven't released the 4K of the original Happy Gilmore. But it's so apparent how much more of a movie that first movie looks like than this new one.
Yeah, every time they cut back to the original film, there's a noticeable difference in cinematic quality.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is actually what movies used to look like.
Yeah.
Even something as simple as an Adam Sandler comedy from the 90s feels more cinematic than something produced by these people in 2025.
So the plot is Happy Gilmore is now old. He's like 58 or something like that. He accidentally killed his wife like 10 years ago when he hit her in the face with a golf ball. And now he's living with his 4 kids in his little tenement house.
Yeah, he lost all their money.
Yeah, he lost all their golf money.
He's an alcoholic.
Yeah, he lives with his 3 sons and 1 daughter. So 4 kids? Yeah, sorry.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I think he has 5 kids. Sorry. But yeah, he is approached by this asshole CEO of a energy drink company called Maxi, which, if that's a Maxi Pad joke, that's incredibly lame.
That's the first thing I thought, unfortunately, but it's never followed through on, so it must be just something that they thought of.
Yeah. Anyway, this asshole CEO tries to recruit Happy into his new Maxi golf tournament, which is basically golf mixed with the television series Wipeout, the reality television series full of obstacles.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Happy violently declines, and this CEO then decides to try to recruit Shooter McGavin into the golf tournament, who is locked up in an insane asylum and has been for 30 years. He never got over that gold jacket. But when Shooter finds out that the Maxi Golf Tournament is perverting the game that he loves so much, and the players have to be genetically altered to play better, Shooter sees this as an affront.
Not genetically, but surgically.
Surgically, yeah. So Shooter sees this as an affront, so he and Happy basically team up, and they each have their own goal. Happy wants to get money to send his daughter to ballet school, and Shooter wants to save golf.
Mm-hmm. Now, everything you just described sounds pretty good on paper.
Yeah.
I like that the movie introduces this new version of golf, which feels like a dig at the, I think it's called Live Golf. It's like the Saudi Arabia Golf League that a bunch of PGA people have defected to because they're paying them a whole bunch of money, and working for Saudi blood money is like the most disrespectful thing you could do. But I like that this new golf seemed like a dig at that. And I liked that Happy has matured and actually developed a love for the game of golf.
Yeah.
He's very much part of the players, and he like interacts with them. He's like one of the guys now.
Yeah, Doug Thompson, the guy who headed the tour in the other film, he now sees Happy as just like an equal. He no longer looks down on him. The rest of the golfers, the many golfer cameos in this movie, they all see Happy as one of them.
Yeah, and I really like the idea to bring Shooter back into not only the story, but to have him like team up with Happy, because it is very in character for him to say, no, this is a perversion of golf. You don't understand it. I'm never going to join you.
I think overwhelmingly people agree that Christopher McDonald is the best thing in this movie.
Yeah. But yeah, the rest of the movie around those ideas is just so terribly thrown together in such a like hack way with the most unfunny material.
Yeah, this movie is damn near laughless. I think I laughed twice, and I can't remember what jokes they were. There's this strange running joke. It feels like out of Hubie Halloween, that freaking running thermos joke.
Except here he's got a flask, a hidden flask, and like everyday objects.
Yeah, Happy, every single object around him is a secret container for booze.
Yeah, the TV remote, twist off the end of it, and there's a little nozzle where you can drink from.
The golf ball.
Yeah, there's a golf ball, you twist it in half, and it's got a place where you can drink some booze out of it.
I remember what one of the jokes was that made me laugh. He had a hidden booze receptacle in the cuckoo clock.
Yeah, the Jack Daniels pops up.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. John Daly is like his neighbor / guy on the couch.
Yeah.
Who's actually, surprisingly, not the worst part of the movie. That could easily get obnoxious and old quickly. But probably, I think the biggest problem with this movie is for, like, as over the top as the first movie was, it never felt like it couldn't happen in real life.
Yeah.
This is a total farce, unrealistic cartoon, like Looney Tunes style stuff that we're doing here.
Yeah, it's so tonally inconsistent with the first movie. And it doesn't happen in like a Gremlins the New Batch kind of we're owning it way. It just feels like they didn't watch the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's horrible. Almost none of the jokes land. I was willing to go with it for a little while just because they were setting it up, and I didn't hate some of the ideas that they were going for. I don't even mind the idea of Happy being like an alcoholic because he had this like family tragedy and he's trying to like get back into the game of golf, but there's so many other ways they could have told this story that didn't feel like it was like spitting all over what the first one was.
Yeah.
And we're talking about like not that great a movie here.
Yeah.
But by comparison, the first one is Citizen Kane compared to this. Cameos galore, like you said earlier.
So many golfers, so many sports figures.
Yeah, sports like commentators, sports figures.
Although sports figures popping up in a Adam Sandler movie is nothing new.
Yeah, podcasters.
Oh yeah, podcasters. Sean from Hot Ones pops up at one point.
Yeah, there's a running joke that is, I guess, really funny if you're in on it, and I kind of figured out what the joke was, but there's like a golfer who likes to spend time in jail, and I assumed, he must have gotten arrested in real life or something like that, and that's the joke, is he gets arrested all the time or something like that.
Oh, okay. Some people I was surprised to find out were still alive, like Vern Lundquist and Jack Nicklaus. I will say that I did enjoy Vern Lundquist in this.
I did too.
He does bring energy to it.
Yeah, he does. Everybody from the first movie has a secret son that we've never met until now. Everybody from the first movie.
Everybody. Chubbs has a kid. The heckler who calls Happy a jackass has a kid. And he's played by Eminem.
Yeah, make that make sense.
There's a scene where Shooter and Happy have a fight in a graveyard, and all around them are tombstones of the dead people from the first one.
Anybody that perished in the first movie, for some reason, has all been buried in the same plot of land.
Same plot of land. Did you notice that one of the tombstones said, Donald Jackass Floyd?
Yes. Yeah, yeah. Bob Barker's there for some reason.
Yeah, Bob Barker.
Bob Barker's buried next to Donald Jackass Floyd. Make that make sense. the Mista ladies in there too. That was one of the biggest laughs.
That was the other joke that was funny because it was so bizarre.
Well, I mean, I won't ruin the joke, but that was one of the only times that I got a really big laugh out of the movie.
Yeah.
Shooter being in an insane asylum, I don't know if I love that or hate that. It's kind of ridiculous that this man went insane over the gold jacket. Oh, Mr. Larson's got a kid.
Oh, God,
Forgot about him. Because we got to do the Mr. Larson joke again.
Well, it's just because these actors are dead. Carl Weathers is dead. Richard Keel is dead. Joe Flaherty's dead. So they all got offspring that we didn't know about.
I don't understand, man. Like, there was such a simple story that they could have done. Have Shooter be the Chubbs, or have him be the underdog in this one and give him his gold jacket finally.
Yeah.
Maybe have Happy be his Chubbs. There are so many things they could have done with this.
This thing is also damn near 2 hours long.
Yeah, it's just under 2 hours, and the first one is a merciful, 90 minutes.
That is so unnecessary. There's so much chuffa in this they could have streamlined. Get rid of his 4 kids and just focus on the one that matters, the girl.
Yeah, because the rest of them just scream all the time and fight everything that moves in front of them.
Oh, and it must be great to be Adam Sandler and just have permanent access to Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
So you can just have him appear for the sake of appearing and not do anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to see him.
Yes, it is.
Even if it's him pissing into a mailbox. But it just feels like another one of those movies where Adam Sandler went off on vacation and took all his friends and family with him and just filmed whatever they did and then slapped a title on it and called it a movie.
This is one of the cheapest looking movies I've ever seen. It looks so awful. Except for the nighttime scenes, which actually did look kind of cinematic. But everything that's out in the daylight, out on a golf course, looks so cheap and so oversaturated.
Saturated with color, way too vibrant, but weirdly contrasty. Just a very ugly looking movie, and then not to mention the abundance of computer effects this time. Pretty much the entire third act is a CG reel.
Without spoiling too much, the third act does take place during the Maxi Golf League Wipeout reality television obstacle course style game, and it's just ridiculous.
I almost wish they had done a mix, we play their game and then they have to play our game. I don't know. Something is lost in the simplicity of the game of golf when you complicate it. The more obstacles and ridiculous stuff you put into it, the less entertaining it becomes. Benny Safdie plays the villain, and there's a running joke where his breath smells like farts. And he has a breathalyzer on his door control at his corporation that opens, but it says that it detects a fart.
Yeah.
And so that's how it opens the door. Really? This is what we're reaching for in terms of jokes?
It's like a voice activated door, only it's breath activated. It's so stupid. It's almost surreal.
Yeah, the whole thing feels like a Happy Madison fever dream.
Yeah, I was thinking all throughout this that this feels like a dream that you and I would have had about Happy Gilmore 2. And then when you wake up and you talk about it, oh man, I had a dream about this Happy Gilmore sequel. And they were on a wipeout-style golf course, and Shooter McGavin was in a mental institution.
In the first 3 minutes, Happy Gilmore accidentally kills his wife with a golf ball.
Yeah.
Why is this what we're doing?
I've had dreams about fake sequels that were as crazy as this movie.
Yeah, me too. Chubb's son, the hand gimmick still works. It's still funny.
Even though
they go even further with it here.
Yeah, Chubbs' son has a wooden hand too, and it's admittedly a funny visual because it dangles like a cheap piece of crap.
Yeah, Why does Chubb's son also have a missing limb? We're not even trying
No.
to tell a story. We're just taking the first movie's bones and we're putting cartoon stuff on top of it. All you had to do was take the first movie and flip it. Make it shooter story.
Yeah. Anything else to say?
No.
Well, I guess that's it then. What is your final number grade on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably a 3. I thought this was terrible. For like the first maybe 20, 30 minutes, I was like, okay, there's some pretty good ideas here. I want to see how they make them work. And then just by that time you hit the hour mark, the movie completely gives up on trying to do anything interesting. And it's just a cartoon for the rest of it. And if you like watching Adam Sandler movies that are just cartoons where nothing important ever happens and no story is being told and there's no interesting characters and nothing matters and anything is possible and anything can happen and you like fart jokes, then you'll probably enjoy this. I did not.
If you like Jack and Jill, have we got a movie for you?
Yeah.
I give this a 2 out of 10. It was garbage. So that's Happy Gilmore 2.
Bogey.
Yeah.